Hey guys, welcome back to Explainer X today. I'm going to recap a 1997 drama romance movie named Lolita. So, let's begin. At the beginning of the movie, we see a young boy named Humbert. When Humbert was 14 years old, a girl comes to his town and falls in love with him. The name of this girl is Annabelle. Annabelle and Humbert both become very close and fall deeply in love, but a few days later, Annabelle dies due to a deadly disease, and Humbert is deeply saddened by this. Many years pass, but Humbert did not have a relationship with any girl after Annabelle. Now Humbert is 50 years old and he is a professor. Humbert also has to write a book of his own, so he shifts to a small village in France. Coming here, he finds that his uncle's house is completely destroyed and now he has no place to live. So his uncle sends Humbert to live on rent at a friend's house. Hayes and her 14-year-old daughter Lolita lived in this house. Hayes shows Humbert her entire house, but Humbert doesn't like the house and starts leaving. When Humbert sees Hayes' daughter, Lolita, seeing Lolita, he misses Annabelle and falls in love with her at first sight, and that is why Humbert agrees to live in this house. Many days pass and Lolita also starts getting attracted towards Humbert. Then one day at night Humbert is working in the room when Lolita comes and asks him, if you work at night then you do not sleep. He says, I can't sleep at night, and Lolita suddenly comes and sits on his lap. Then Lolita that mom call her and she leaves from there, and Humbert is writing about Lolita in his diary. And as it also turns out that Lolita is also attracted to Humbert, and Humbert is always thinking about Lolita. A few days go by like this, and we learn that Lolita's mom is about to send her to boarding school. Lolita refuses them, but she sends them anyway. When Lolita is leaving, Humbert is looking at her from the window. Lolita also sees her, and then Lolita comes running and hugs her and starts kissing her. And after that again Lolita leaves from there. After this a maid gives a letter to Humbert and says that Lolita's mom has given it. After that again that letter is written. In the letter, I love you very much and want to marry you, and if you don't want to marry me then you leave this house, because then I don't want to see you again in this house. Humbert is shocked to read this, and then he thinks that if after leaving this house I will never be able to see Lolita again, so he agrees to the marriage. And a few days later Humbert and Hayes get married, but Humbert is never intimate with her and feeds her sleeping pills every night, puts to sleep. Some days pass like this, and one day Hayes finds his diary in which she wrote about Lolita. Hayes gets very angry after reading this diary and then decides to divorce her. Humbert goes to the kitchen to get a drink to pacify Hayes, but when he comes back, he sees that Hayes is not there. Humbert sets out to find her and then learns that Hayes has had an accident, and Hayes dies. After that again, he goes to summer camp to pick up Lolita, and he comes in his car with Lolita, and then he tells Lolita that his mom is sick, so he is because she didn't come to pick him up. And now we are going on a vacation, and they both book a hotel. In the evening Lolita meets an old writer named Claire, and Lolita is very much attracted towards him. Would have happened. Then Lolita and Humbert both fall asleep on the same bed. Next morning, when both of them open their eyes, Lolita starts kissing Humbert and then both get intimate. Then they leave the hotel. On the way, Lolita asks Humbert to call her mom, but Humbert refuses and tells her the truth. Lolita cries a lot that night after hearing that her mom is dead, but Humbert comforts her. Then she's quite happy. For days roaming here in different places. Then Humbert gets a job there, and Humbert and Lolita again shift there. Then Humbert gets Lolita admission in school. Many days pass like this. Then once Lolita comes to Humbert and says that she has to participate in the play happening at school, but Humbert refuses to do because she thinks there will be too many boys, and she is too insecure about this. But then Lolita seduces Humbert, and Humbert agrees with this. One day Humbert receives a call from Lolita's piano teacher who tells him, hearing that Lolita is not coming to class for a long time, Humbert feels that Lolita is having an affair with someone else, and on this matter both start quarreling. Lolita leaves the house in anger, and Humbert leaves her very much, looks for more, and then she meets Humbert, says sorry to Lolita, and Lolita tells her that I want to travel. Then both leave from there to travel, and then like this they travel for many days. After that again Humbert notices that a car is following him. Humbert asks Lolita to note down the number of that car. The car follows them both for a long time, but then a car suddenly stops following them. A few days later, Humbert sees that a car is following him again. Humbert stops his car, this time, and moves towards the chasing car, but he reverses the car and runs away. Now Humbert comes to his car and asks Lolita for the number of the car, which he had asked to note down, but on the paper on which Lolita had written the car number, he had pasted chewing gum. Humbert gets very angry because of the reason that the number has been erased, and he slaps Lolita. Lolita gets angry. Then Humbert convinces him. Now after some days both stay in a hotel. Humbert tells Lolita to stay at the hotel and goes out to get something himself. He comes back and sees that Lolita's feet are dirty, and he understands that Lolita had gone out and that he might be having an affair with someone else. Then both start traveling, and once again Lolita becomes very ill. Humbert admits Lolita to the hospital. The next morning, Humbert Humbert calls at the hospital to inquire about Lolita's health. The nurse tells her that Lolita has been taken away by her uncle. Now Humbert becomes very tense that the one who was following him may have left with Lolita. He goes to the hospital and tries to find out who has taken Lolita, but no one knows anything about the man. He searches for Lolita everywhere, but 3 years pass by, but Lolita is not found, and one day Humbert gets a letter from Lolita. In this letter, Lolita tells that she is married and pregnant and needs some money. Lolita's address is also written in that letter. Then Humbert reaches out to Lolita. Arriving there, Humbert sees that Lolita is pregnant. Then he asks Lolita about her husband. Lolita shows Humbert as her husband. Seeing him, Humbert understands that it is not the man who was following him. Humbert then asks Lolita who she had a fling with, so Lolita tells her that she had a fling with Claire and that she liked Claire too. But Claire was sexually inactive and she wanted to make a porn video of Lolita, so Lolita ran away from him and married a guy. Now Humbert says goodbye to Lolita and he goes to Claire. Here he shoots Claire and kills her. Now the police go after Humbert and he surrenders himself to the police. Now we are told that Humbert died in jail due to an illness and Lolita also died while giving birth to her child. This is how the movie ends. So I hope you enjoy the video. So click any video of 3 of them and enjoy next, and don't forget to subscribe our channel and hit the like button. Thank you for watching. See you soon.